Welcome to Sports Bios, the definitive exploration of extraordinary lives, where we delve into the fascinating stories of iconic figures who have left an indelible mark on the world of sports. I'm your host, Howard Closewell, and today we're going to embark on a captivating journey through the life of J. Hannah "Dizzy" Dean, one of baseball's most beloved and enigmatic personalities. Born on January 16, 1910, in Lucas, Arkansas, Dizzy Dean grew up in a humble household with his parents, Albert and Louisa Dean, and his younger brother, Paul. The Dean family lived on a small farm, where young J. Hannah learned the value of hard work and developed a strong connection to the land. As we explore Dizzy's early life, it becomes clear that his rural upbringing played a significant role in shaping his character and future path. The early 1900s were a transformative time for America, with the country experiencing rapid industrialization and urbanization. However, in the small town of Lucas, Arkansas, life moved at a slower pace. The air was fresh, the people were friendly, and the landscape was dotted with rolling hills and vast farmlands. It was here, surrounded by the natural beauty of the Ozark Mountains, that Dizzy Dean spent his formative years. As a young boy, Dizzy attended the local one-room schoolhouse in Lucas, where he developed a passion for reading, writing, and mathematics. His parents, though not educated themselves, valued learning and encouraged their sons to pursue their academic interests. Dizzy's love for literature and poetry would later become a hallmark of his charismatic personality, as he often regaled fans and reporters with witty remarks and clever wordplay. Dizzy's introduction to baseball came at an early age, when his father, Albert, crafted a homemade bat from a tree branch and taught him how to throw a ball made of twine and tape. The young boy's natural talent and enthusiasm for the game were evident from the start, and he quickly became a fixture on the local sandlots, playing with his friends and siblings. In 1920, when Dizzy was just 10 years old, his family moved to Springfield, Missouri, in search of better economic opportunities. This relocation would prove pivotal in shaping Dizzy's future, as he soon found himself surrounded by talented young ballplayers who shared his passion for the game. It was during this period that Dizzy began to hone his pitching skills, learning from experienced coaches and players who recognized his exceptional abilities. One such mentor was Red Smith, a grizzled old-school baseball man with a keen eye for talent. Smith took Dizzy under his wing, teaching him the finer points of pitching, including how to control his fastball, develop a wicked curveball, and master the art of changing speeds. Under Smith's guidance, Dizzy refined his technique, and his confidence grew with each passing day. As we follow Dizzy through his teenage years, it becomes clear that he was driven by an unyielding passion for baseball. He spent countless hours practicing, perfecting his craft, and dreaming of the day when he would take the mound as a professional player. The year 1926 marked a significant turning point in Dizzy's life, as he began to attract attention from local scouts and coaches. Although he didn't make the cut for the St. Louis Cardinals at that time, the experience only fueled his determination to succeed. As we pause at the threshold of Dizzy Dean's professional career, we can see the outlines of a remarkable individual taking shape. A product of the American heartland, forged in the fire of adversity, with a passion for baseball that would drive him to unprecedented heights. It was 1930 when Dizzy Dean made his major league debut with the St. Louis Cardinals, and what a debut it was. The 20-year-old phenom from Arkansas took the mound by storm, throwing heat and striking out batters with ease. His unique pitching style, which included a blazing fastball, a sharp curveball, and a tantalizing changeup, left hitters bewildered and fans in awe. Dizzy's rookie season was nothing short of spectacular. He won 18 games, lost just 6, and posted an ERA of 3.05, earning him a spot on the National League All-Star team. But it wasn't just his stats that made headlines. It was his charismatic personality, his wit, and his infectious enthusiasm for the game. Dizzy Dean was a showman, always ready with a clever quip or a humorous anecdote to regale the press and entertain the fans. As the 1930s progressed, Dizzy continued to dominate on the mound, leading the Cardinals to multiple pennants and earning himself numerous awards and accolades. He was a 4-time All-Star, a 2-time World Series champion, and in 1934, He won the National League MVP award after posting a remarkable 37 record with a 2.66 ERA. But Dizzy's impact on the game went far beyond his impressive stats. He was a true showman, always looking for ways to entertain the crowd and bring attention to himself and the Cardinals. He would often engage in playful banter with opposing players, umpires, and even the press, earning him both admirers and detractors along the way. One of Dizzy's most notable antics took place during a game against the Chicago Cubs, when he pretended to be injured after being hit by a pitch. As the trainer rushed out to attend to him, Dizzy suddenly jumped up and began to dance around the mound, much to the delight of the crowd and the chagrin of the Cubs manager. Dizzy's love of the spotlight and his flair for drama also made him a natural in front of the microphone. He became one of the first baseball players to regularly appear on radio broadcasts, regaling listeners with stories of his adventures on and off the field. His folksy, down-home style and quick wit made him an instant favorite among fans, who tuned in by the thousands to hear him spin tales of baseball, hunting, and life in general. As we explore Dizzy's remarkable career, it becomes clear that he was a true original, a one-of-a-kind personality who left an indelible mark on the game of baseball. His passion, his energy, and his unwavering dedication to the sport inspired countless fans and players, cementing his place as one of the all-time greats. As the 1940s approached, Dizzy's playing career began to wind down. He had suffered a series of injuries, including a torn tendon in his pitching arm, which limited his ability to take the mound. However, his passion for the game never wavered, and he soon found a new outlet for his energy and enthusiasm: broadcasting. Dizzy's transition to the broadcast booth was seamless. His folksy, down-home style, which had made him a fan favorite as a player, translated perfectly to the airwaves. He began working as a radio broadcaster for the St. Louis Cardinals, providing color commentary and analysis on games. His quick wit, infectious laughter, and wealth of knowledge about the game made him an instant hit with listeners. As the years passed, Dizzy became a staple of baseball broadcasting. He worked alongside some of the greatest announcers in the game, including Harry Carey and Jack Buck, and developed a reputation as one of the most knowledgeable and entertaining commentators in the business. His ability to break down complex pitching strategies and explain them in simple terms made him a favorite among fans, who appreciated his insight and expertise. But Dizzy's broadcasting career wasn't without its challenges. He faced criticism from some who felt that his folksy style was too simplistic, or that he was too focused on storytelling and not enough on providing play-by-play analysis. However, Dizzy remained undeterred, relying on his quick wit and sharp instincts to navigate the ever-changing landscape of baseball broadcasting. One of Dizzy's most notable broadcasting assignments came in 1948, when he worked alongside Red Barber to call the World Series between the Cleveland Indians and the Boston Braves. Dizzy's commentary was hailed as some of the best of the series, with his folksy style and infectious enthusiasm bringing the games to life for listeners across the country. As the 1950s and 1960s passed, Dizzy continued to work as a broadcaster, calling games for the Cardinals, the Chicago Cubs, and other teams. He also made appearances on television, including on the popular Game of the Week broadcast, where he worked alongside legendary announcers like Vin Scully and Curt Gowdy. Throughout his broadcasting career, Dizzy remained true to himself, never losing sight of his roots or his passion for the game. He continued to regale audiences with stories of his playing days, sharing tales of his adventures on and off the field with a wit and charm that was unmistakable. In 1970, Dizzy was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame, a testament to his enduring legacy as one of the greatest players and broadcasters in the history of the game. His acceptance speech, which included a memorable tribute to his wife, Pat, and his family, was typical. Dizzy, heartfelt, humorous, and full of wisdom. As we reflect on Dizzy Dean's remarkable life and career, it's clear that he left an indelible mark on the game of baseball. From his early days as a phenom pitcher to his later years as a beloved broadcaster, Dizzy remained a true original, a one-of-a-kind personality who inspired countless fans and players with his passion, energy, and unwavering dedication to the sport. And even though he's no longer with us, his legacy lives on, a reminder of the power of baseball to bring people together and transcend generations. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the life of Dizzy Dean, folks. It's been an absolute pleasure to share his story with you, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. That's all for today's Sports Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Howard Closewell reminding you to keep shooting for your goals.